Ascension Day 3. Well, not Day 3, but Part 3. Alright, so it's Doctor. Let's see. We should get going quickly. I prefer make the most of the daylight whilst we have it. Okay? Yeah. Honestly, just chill, dude. Don't ready to step out sprinting the marathon. We've got time. I disagree. Time ain't the same in here as it is in the outside. Seriously, just chill. Let me get the gear together. The scholar repacks his bag too, though the inside is a jumbled mess. Pocket-sized cartography equipment, a couple sheets of paper, more pens than he knew what to do with. All littered the inside atop the gear the escort provided. Sorry, my bag is just... Hold on, I'm getting it together. He pulls on hard on a drawstring, beginning pangs of anxiety, sitting in the pit of his stomach. He tugs too hard, the string tearing as the bag spills. Sorry, damn. Man, you're all over the place. Both of you seriously need to chill. Like, I get it. The bite starts to hurt more when you get this close in. But seriously, this takes as long as it's gonna take. A few more days at least, okay? The doctor paces over and helps retie the string. Her hands are rough but precise, used to practical work. The overfilled bag sits perfectly, well, imperfectly, but securely. She stands again, masking her impatience, but clearly tense. He looks up at her, a full head taller than he is. He felt himself blush a little. He was never fully sure whether he was a little intimidated by her. She was kind to him, but too driven, too intense, too absorbed in the desire she seemed willing to kill for. The escort hefts their own bag onto their back, rough and imprecise, wistfully, tunelessly, then takes a drag on their vaporizer again. Let's go. Time's a-wasting. Come on, hurry up. And that's what I'm literally just saying. Someone looks a little upset. Now, do you see how annoying it is? Don't encourage them. But fine. I take your point. Gosh, sorry. Just happy to win Nerd King over to my side, honestly. The journey remains slow. Once again, the escort twirls the nuts and bolts, tie a white ribbon, and once again they track and backtrack and deviate. Hours pass, but they barely travel a few miles. They stray up a hillside, then down the other side. A burbling stream trickles in the distance. I like the scenery though. Through a clearing, they find wild garlic and grass and moss overgrowing everything inside a small valley. Dead vehicles lie everywhere, tanks and armored troop carriers, the remains of the hierarchy's incursion. Tufts of natural red and white cotton lie across the dead meadow. It gently hisses in the sunset. The scholar reaches out instinctively, the fluffiness oddly appealing, but the escort gently puts his hand down. Look, but don't touch. It pretends to be shy, but it sure has a bite. It doesn't much care for the hierarchy's hulking toys either. Chews them up whenever they can. Someone like you, in that regard. I'll take that as a compliment it is. Thank you. The adaptation of life here is, astounding. Stripping down the old world and turning it into a part of itself. I could study all this for years. And much as that PhD thesis may be interesting to read, we should press on. Sometimes I like to stop and smell the roses every once in a while. And just be careful of the thorns. Escar gently tosses the untied bolt into the cotton and it swallows it, burns, hisses, and steams. Then it blooms, oxidizing through, red flowers spilling from the once shimmering metal. Sometimes I leave little things. Fit for what I take from here, you know? You gotta pay the toll to the zone every once in a while. It likes to make new things old. I see. And then make them new again. I appreciate the lesson in aesthetics that we're still out in the open. How much longer until our next safe haven? Not safe haven, but safe area. Hard to say. The zone abides by its own rules. Could just be around the corner. Could be a few hours. We should continue. You were leading us northwest. Have I? Can't say I care much for compasses. They walk onwards. Desker loses a few nuts through crushes of gravity, but their bag is full of enough spares to keep going. Another hour passes. The daylight is sweltering as the sun bears down, gentle humidity rising from the grass. They pass by trees. The scent of moisture and nature fills the atmosphere, free from structure and commandment and constriction. They follow the escort over a hill, and again find the remains of armored cars. The iron-stained cotton blooms, faint hues of color falling from its flowers. Is this a joke? We've gone in circles. No, we're not. We've been going northwest this whole time. I've sketched a map. Look. This isn't where we entered from. Sometimes this happens. The zone does that. You have to respect it. Even if it seems confusing sometimes. It takes as long as it takes. Nothing is straightforward. I guess it never was. Now you're getting it. They walk onwards again. The hours of the day pass. The scholar glances across the grassland, consults his map. The landmarks were the same, but everything shifted, disordered, like looking through a cracked lens. Direction is meaningless, beyond forward. Whatever forward means. As distance becomes meaningless, time blurs. The scholar sketches and maps fade out. The cartography futile as landmarks fade, repeat, fade, shift. The day stretches dim. The last of the rays of light fading out behind the clouds. The sunset looks heavy. Heavy, gravid clouds gently swell on the horizon. A lot to take in with the scenery. I think we're close. There's a bunker beneath the trees over there. Good thing too. Might be a storm coming. Not sure when though. Looks very red. Yeah, best not to stay too long out here now. Wait, that's a Itchio quantum emission, isn't it? A blowout? Might be the start of one. Let's go. We got a little bit of time to get comfy before it rolls in. In the distant sirens blare, screams of hierarchy over that which cannot control. That they cannot control. Do we watch the storm roll in with the escort, or do we watch it with the doctor? Doctor? I'm gonna go on ahead. Just make sure it's safe. You kids don't stay out here too long. I'm at least several years older than you. While you're new here, you're still a kid. Escort stalks off and opens the heavy rusted metal door that leads down to the bunker. They turn around and briefly wink at the scholar before they descend, gesturing towards the doctor. The doctor doesn't notice, gazing at the sky. The scholar has no idea what this means. The metal door grinds shut again, leaving just the two of them in the silent night sky. siren stopped. They must all be getting to cover. So quiet out here alone. We aren't alone. We have each other. Their hands are close, not touching, but the sense of being there, being present. A potent, not a potent, but potential held by a thread. Just waiting to fall. The sky illuminates with a glow of crimson and amber, unnatural and terrifying, like a wildfire consuming the clouds. Aurora Hirschfallis. I hope I pronounced that right. Saying Nathalia's fire. God, it's hypnotic. Yeah, it is. I saw it once, or twice. Back out there, back home. It was always so far away. I really think it was that real. I just thought it was city lights or a trick of the sunset or just anything mundane. Anything that made sense with what I already knew. But I kind of realized it wasn't. I know it sounds stupid and fake, but it's what brought me here, to this place. I could not come here once I saw it. Once I saw it was real. It just took me a long time to admit that it was. I think I always knew. It's hard to tell sometimes. I'm jealous. I wish I'd known sooner. The doctor smiles weakly, eyes not leaving the horizon. The scholar glances down, embarrassed, though he couldn't tell why. She seems so strange in this light. Not beautiful exactly, but fierce. Determined. Intoxicating. He looks down at his body, soft in ways that were wrong, humiliated at his own delay. It's not that straightforward. I remember seeing the flame dancing in the sky as a kid. A time when the rain burned. Our parents keeping us inside from the fallout. It looked so pretty, but it was so scary. I remember seeing people on TV talk about it. How it was a disaster, how it would destroy the core of civilization. You must have seen the maps, the predictions that a whole continent would be uninhabitable. But I wanted that. I wanted it, but didn't. I wanted to taste it, but I wanted to run away from it. I wanted it even though it would destroy me. I felt perverse, broken for it. I still do now. For what I want. You're not. Or at least if you are, then I am too. I don't know which of us is worse. The doctor finally turned, looking down at him, tears in the corners of her eyes. Oh wow. He wants to hold her gaze, but can't, blushing red. She doesn't see it, the embarrassment masked by the red of the auroral glow. I wish I was more like you, you know? Even when you talk about these things. Even when it sounds terrible and destructive. You're unashamed. I'm really embarrassed. That's not the same as shame. Shame is what we hide from each other, from ourselves. You're too open. You wear your heart on your sleeve. If I could have been like that, I'd have been here much sooner. Heh. Scholar shuffles uncomfortable with her intense gaze. Her eyes are oceans, swallowing him until he drowns. He doesn't want her to see him, but he does. He wants it more than anything. To be seen, really seen. You had been more like me, you would have gone on your own years ago. And then you wouldn't be here now. With me. And I couldn't be here alone. I'm glad you're on. Well, you're you. She looks away, her eyes watering. She wipes her eyes on her sleeve and turns back to look at the dancing red in the sky. His heart moves as he really sees her. Her face bathed in gentle infrared and gamma. Her hand meets his. They touch. The scholar feels his breath catch, his body acting without him. Their pulses fall into the same direction. Sexuality aligns. Morphology, imprecise and incorrect, no longer matters. She squeezes his hand. For just a moment, everything feels perfect. In the distance, a storm pours, dancing with red. The wind picks up. The haze of psycho-silver precipitates from the clouds. It scares him, but he wants it. He wants it more than anything. The blowout rages overhead through the rest of the night. Deep in the cover of the bunker, the three find shelter, though they rest uneasily. The tunnels inside lead to small rooms, most soaked in decay. Their torches provide more moderate light. No leaks, no melted silver, only mild radiation amongst the dust. Foucault Geiger counters gently click without alarm. Empty boxes of mass lie strewn across the concrete floors. Protection that the hierarchy dreamed would work, but provided nothing beyond false reassurance. The escort sets their bag down and tears open a pack of survival rations. Uncontaminated, stale, boring, but safe. They throw a pack to the doctor and the scholar. You're gonna want to keep your strength up for the next few days. It only gets worse from here. It's not reassuring. Though I reckon both of you want it worse, right? Think she saw something. The night passes. By the time morning dawns again, the traces of storm have all faded. They exit the bunker. The psycho-silver seeps into the soil. The radiation and alteration is soaking through beneath their feet. They settle into a familiar routine. They slow walk forward, interspersed with returns and changes in direction, sidestepping and reversing and returning over and over. The progress is beyond slow. The doubling and redoubling eats away their daylight hours far too quickly. The doctor appears tense, anxious about how long it takes to get barely a few miles. How many other bunkers are there like that? If another blowout hits us, I'd like to know we've got shelter. We seem to be walking closer and closer to their origin point, and I don't want to be caught short. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Shouldn't be too far from here. They journey towards another line of trees, this one still mostly green, only sparse flecks of red visible amongst the leaves. The remains of an old road lead between the conifers, though even the road isn't free from hazard. The scholar almost carelessly steps too far to the left while scribbling down notes. His bag is tugged into an unseen crush. He heaves, pulls, stretches, breaks free, though a handful of loose pins fall from his pocket into the gravity well. He grimaces, but no harm done. Here we are. Do you see it? Just above the treetops. Poking above the green was the tip of a colossal structure. Wires and data in steel. It stank of hierarchy, but the zone was reclaiming it, piece by piece. They approach a gatehouse, long abandoned. The square pays trespassing warnings, no heed. He pushes the steel gates open. They grind painfully, metal on metal. Fragments of iron red cotton stick to the tips of the gate, but not close enough to hurt. They pace through cautiously until at last the tower in all its glory looms above them. It stretches for kilometers long, hundreds of meters up, a lattice work of steel and beams and cables. Welcome to the Ski Point, folks. I hope I pronounced that right. It used to be Judas Ridge. Not sure what it was for originally. The hierarchy used it as their last little hideout before they stopped pushing into the zone. Stop trying to make it play by their rules. It'll never play by their rules. It's ugly. It's really horrible. It makes me uncomfortable to look at it for too long. It is a little ugly. You wander through the metal struts. Try not to look all the way up from the bottom. You'll make your head spin. I see. Okay, but why are we here? This isn't anywhere near where I paid you to take us. And it seems like a dangerous place to be. Well, dangerous place to be. If hierarchy wants to come in and find us, isn't this the first place they'll look? Yes and no. Do you trust me? About as far as I could throw you. But I am stronger than I look. Make of that what you will. Okay, but seriously, there's some useful stuff around here. And if I'm right, we can stay sheltered here safely for the night. Just come with me, and if I'm right, I'm gonna make the rest of the journey a whole lot easier. The escort beckons, walking off beneath the enormous steel structure. They weave between the rust-covered beams, nimbly sidestepping the alien cotton blossoming across the lower rungs. The other two follow on. Just behind the superstructure, they approach an outbuilding. Windows long since broken and internals gutted and scattered. They tread carefully, the ground strewn with detritus and circuit boards and dying metalwork, and the carcasses of ancient computers that once filled whole rooms. The escort ducks inside the open door frame and turns their torch on. They scan around, clambering down dust-ridden hallways and steps. I almost said dust steps. Into a pitch-black basement. Ah, yes, I knew it. Still be here. It's so darn dark in here. I can't see it. What is it? You took it to the fast lane, sister. I don't feel that explains anything. Let me finish. I just want to sound cool. I do sound cool, right? You sound very cool. I thought you sounded cool. See? Nerd King gets it. Yes, yes. Get on with it. Service access tunnels. If we're lucky, they'll lead straight to the old town. And there's no crushes down there. None of the other stuff dangerous. Other surface dangers. Oh yeah, the red cotton stuff. Nothing to slow our progress. We can be at your desired destination in a day. All I'm going to ask is that we stop off overnight here, so that I have some time to scour this place more. There are going to be other dangers down there, but if you want to get straight to the old town, this is the quickest way. Deal. Sweet, okay, I'm going to look around and grab some stuff. If there's anything left here. We got some time to relax, so set up camp. There's got to be somewhere here. It isn't too damp. Well, first we did Doctor, who was at the camp. Or the one dude. Did a doctor. I think we had to go back to the dude. And then we'll save it here. And then we'll go back to return. Explorer wanders outside, digging through piles of broken circuits. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Go back to the main menu. Yes. All right. So yeah, this is Ascension. Ascension Part 3. So I'm going to play all the way through this because this game is like very interesting and I want to see how it ends. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed so far. And yeah, I will see y'all next one.